Today I will be showcasing my ruler Nelle with her new relic that she got for this update. I'll go over old passives, what her relic does to amplify those passives, what her ideal trait is, and whether or not I believe you should go for her relic and roll on her. To start off, I'll look at her passives. Raging Persistence. Every time she attacks the same enemy, each consecutive attack adds 2% more damage to that said enemy. This will continue to stack until that enemy dies or she attacks a different enemy. Growth Spurt. When she's in her adult form, she starts off with a bunch of damage. Every time she attacks, it depletes. When she is in her baby form, she gives Ichigo a buff if he is in range, and whatever direction Ichigo is placed will be the direction that she locks onto and will fire her attacks. And her last passive is her compression ability. She has to get to a meter before activating her adult form. And in her adult form, every time she attacks, she'll slowly lose a meter. And the more meters she has, it equals the more damage she'll get. Now for her relic, and a lot of this information is not present in the description on the screen right here. You'll have to go to the update log if you want to truly see everything in depth, but I'll do my best to explain it. Nelle gets a 300% damage increase, which is quite nice because she was a very low damage unit on the Bleach raid. She will stay in her adult form permanently once you activate it, and her meter and bar will not go to 0 at all. It'll always stay at 100, so you're always going to get consistent damage with her. And her final buff from the relic is, let's go back to this last passive, her baby cheerleader form, where she buffs Ichigo. An extra 50% damage is added on to that and given to Ichigo. So, in total, she would be boosting Ichigo by 62.5%. And I will briefly show that. As you can see, yes, 150%. 50% is from the Zoro buff, which is, I should also mention, the damage you see with Nelle is not fully foolproof and true because I have the Zoro leader buff, but we'll get to the damage number later on in the video. But as you can see, there are no relics on him whatsoever. So 62.5% of his damage buff is coming from Nelle when she is in her toddler form. Now, a cool thing is once she goes to her adult form, this buff still stays, which is quite nice. I mean, in the future, it's been confirmed that Ichigo will get a boundless evolution. So there is a good possibility that her buff will help him out in the way future. But besides Nelle, besides Ichigo, let's focus on Nelle. I'll go for her upgrades. She doesn't get much, gets a damage buff, some SPA reduction, and stuff like that. And her very last upgrade, she becomes hybrid. She's overall a decent damage dealer. Her low SPA and her damage will sometimes stack. Nelle does 3 hits on her final attack, and each of those hits will usually reflect her total damage. Sometimes some will be a little bit less, but sometimes some will be a little bit more. Until a boss shows up, you can't really see an accurate representation. One thing I should mention now is me getting ruler on her was probably not the best trait for her. Nelle is a 4 placement unit, and you preferably want duelist. Duelist is going to give her crit damage, boss damage, and is going to make her very effective. Ruler was not the best. I did not go to pity for this. This was, I believe, in 200 rerolls. I'm not mad about it. I thought it was just fun to get the roll on a character that was, back in the day, pretty crap for a unit, but now is somewhat better. And if you want to see my relic set, I have the Shadow Reaper shirt and pants, because that gives her the most tags that she could get buffed from, and I'm currently running crit with damage, because she is multi-hit, and one of those hits could crit, so it overall works out in the end. Now, do I recommend going for her? Not necessarily. I mean, if you want to macro the stage, be my guest, you're probably going to need, I think it was 850 of the Hollow Spirits. I had to grind for that because I had to evolve her, and then I had to get her relic. And there's a lot of other units that outclass her. However, I could see some utility for her within, the world raids with Kaido and Biru. Because think about it, every time she hits that said boss, she's going to do 2% more damage. And her SBA is quite low, so it's going to continue to stack up every single time she hits them. And, for example, here you see with Garu, he has 1.3 million health. And now she does, you're going to see as every time she hits, she's doing more and more damage. For example, right there, that was almost, I think it was 150k. Every time she is hitting him, she's doing more damage. And yes, there is the crit. There is the elemental damage too, but she's overall not a bad unit. I appreciate you all for watching this. Like I said, I would not recommend getting Ruler on her, and I don't necessarily recommend getting her Relic if you have other things to do. I think you should go for other strong units like Katakuri, Kaido, even the Gohan or Ace Relic I think are superior than hers, but that's about it. I appreciate you all for watching. I hope my showcase helped a little bit. This is kind of just for fun, but that's about it. Take care, guys.